benefit of a wax, it is easy to fix, repair if you have a little issue. Let's dive into it and see what you would go for if you had the choice. So guys, welcome again for a new episode of CG-Carworks. And today I'm going to explain you the difference between wax and a ceramic coating or a sealant and a spray wax. Before we're going to do that, I'm going to do a little bit of a shop walk around of all the projects we're working on, like right now. A little bit of a project update. So you already saw the Audi Quattro. This one is finished, waiting to be picked up and transported back to its owner in Sweden. Next to that, my GT3. So one door is painted and now we are detailing the car again. And then we have a very cool looking special edition Ferrari FF. And look at this interior. This is so cool. So I can show you now this beautiful leather interiors. This heritage leather, I believe they call it, with the super cool stitching, which remembers me of the stitching of the Audi TT with the baseball stitching. This is a bit of the same in my opinion, and these buttons in the seats, it's just a complete amazing interior and a lot of wooden accents in the car as well. So from design, absolutely stunning car, really beautiful. We completely detailed the car and polished it, and we also put a ceramic coating on the car. Just amazing car, V12, what do you need more? Beautiful Ferrari. So this was the project of this week, we finished that, and that's already to be picked up as well. So when we go into our workshop, we are going to find this, an Audi RS Q8. Last year we did a video about this. We did also a complete paint protection on this one, and now it is in for a maintenance wash and to basically detail everything and go over everything to make it perfect again for another year. So that is the project for the next week. There we see our Range Rover that has some updates. Quite interesting. We replaced a lot of bits and we found even more problems. So later going to come back on that car. And then we have, let's see, a Subaru Impreza WRX ST. As a lot of Japanese cars, they tend to rust quite heavily. They never really protect cars somehow. And this is the result. We have a lot of rust. As you can see, we need some welding. And also back here, after dry ice cleaning, we found a hole here as well. And just a lot of sanding, a lot of rust on the suspension. So this thing needs quite some work. We dry ice cleaned this last week. And now we're going to protect everything and make this car nice again. Because it is worth it. It's a really cool car. Check it out. Really love this. Love the sound as well. But we will make also a video about that. That will come also in a couple of weeks. And then here we have also another Ferrari. Basically the same as we have up there, the FF, a 4-seater Ferrari. This one as well. This is the 400E. We have a 12-cylinder car with 4 carburetors. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, old Ferraris do need some attention. And the underbody, we actually don't have that much metal. We have a metal frame, as you can see here. But the rest is all composite. So that can't really rust. Although the suspension, we completely cleaned this and detailed this. The suspension was a bit rusty. So we removed all the rust and protected that. And now next week we're going to continue that. We have beautiful 4 exhausts. I really like the car. Definitely the sound of the 12-cylinder is just amazing. And then here we have the wheels, which look also really nice on the car. The old Ferrari wheels with, I believe, TRX tires on it, 240/55. Pretty sure that are the TRX tires. Looks very nice on the car. So this is a bit of the projects we have now on the moment. We will get some new projects coming in on Monday, which we'll see in a few other videos. But for now, this is our project update, I would say. And now I just wanted to tell you something about the difference between a wax and a sealant and a ceramic coating, because we get these questions quite often. So let's do a little deep dive in ceramic coatings and waxes. So hopefully after that you will understand more about these things. So let's go. So in this video we're going to compare a 20-euro wax against a €2,500 ceramic coating. So honestly, comparing a 20-euro wax to a very high-end ceramic coating is nearly impossible, unless only that they are both water repellent. That's basically it. You can't really compare the two. It's impossible. This is amazing, but this is a completely different level. And what we actually can really compare is those two, because this Aston Martin has also a wax, but not a 20-euro spray wax, but we actually put a very high-end Carnauba wax on this car. And that's the thing. Actually, high-end waxes you can compare with a ceramic coating, because a very high-end wax can also cost a few hundreds of euros. And then the big question is, what would you choose? Here we have the wax and here we have the ceramic coating. The downside of a wax is that it is not really resistant against very harsh chemicals. So why would you then go for a high-end wax like this Aston Martin DB9? Because it has a more of a wet look to it. It's hard to compare because different colors, but this wax has a wetter look and therefore a more glossier look to it. And another point is, when you have an issue, happens quite often that people have a scratch or some little thing going on, we can polish that out and then we're going to put the new wax on the little area. Although when you have that with a ceramic coating, you can't do that, because when you have a little scratch on your panel, then we have to polish the whole panel, and a coating gets very hard, and it's very difficult sometimes to get it completely off and then put a new one on. Also takes quite some time. Yeah, the coating is very hard, so that's a good thing, but for repairing it is a bad thing, because it will cost you a lot more money and also will cost us a lot more time. So that's the benefit of a wax. It is easy to fix, repair if you have a little issue, and that's also something to consider. And I just told you that the ceramic coating is very hard, so it is some kind of chemical process taking place, and the coating will bond to the paint, and it will get hard after a few weeks. So after we put the ceramic coating on, the owner should not wash the car for at least another week before it's really cured. We have a heated lamp up there, a wet infrared lamp, which we also cure the coating with to make that process a little bit faster. But yeah, when you have a repair going on, then it can get quite some time confusing job to fix. So that's the downside of a ceramic coating. So, and to that point also means that when you're going to put a ceramic coating on your paint, it means that you have to prep the paint as best as possible, because you can't go afterwards say, oh, I'm going to polish that again and put a little bit of coating on. No, we have to prep the paint as best as possible. Otherwise, afterwards, you can't really say that, let's fix this or that. So we always go for the best results when we go for a ceramic coating. So therefore, it's also the price. So the coating is not that expensive, but the prepping work, the polishing, the degreasing, and prepping the paint for the coating, that is where the hours go into. So the coating will not cost €2,500 or €2,000. This is really the work that you put in. And if you have guys that ask €500 for a coating, then you know they don't really put a lot of effort in prepping your paint. And yeah, it can be fine, but come not back and say, oh, we have some swirls, some scratches, and it's hard to fix that. So we just do that as best as possible. We're not going to go for the easy way, but for the perfect way. And that is the biggest difference with the ceramic coating. You have to spend a lot of time prepping the paint. So we completely polished this 911 Targa, which is an absolutely beautiful car. It's completely restored and also newly painted, and the paint quality is absolutely awesome. We did a light polish on it. We had some defects, we had to polish a bit more, but for the rest it was a completely light polish and also complete degreasing with an alcohol. And now the paint is finished and ready for a ceramic coating. And so we are going to use a 2-layer ceramic coating from CarPro Finance Reserve, and that will protect the paint as best as possible. So when we're going to put a coating on, it's very important to degrease the paint very carefully, otherwise it will not stick to it. Details quite often skip the step or do not pay as much attention to it, because this step is so important. When you do not do this properly, then your coating will not last 3, 4, 5 years. And so that's also a very important part when you're going to compare the wax with a ceramic coating, because a ceramic coating can easily last 3, 4, 5 5 years. A wax can also hold on that long, although when you have a spray wax, it will not be the case. But when we compare the very high-end waxes, it is also easy that they maybe last maybe 5, 6, 7 years. But if you want to drive your car as a daily driver, then always go for the ceramic coating and not for a wax, because the wax will not be the one for you. So always go for a ceramic coating. So to put everything together, so if you have a daily driver, go for a ceramic coating, no discussion possible. If you have a cool weekend car, a cool car that's only coming outside with good weather or maybe some rain, it doesn't matter, but not a car that you daily drive, then you can go both ways for a wax or a ceramic coating. I hope this information helps you making a choice. It is, you can't go wrong there if you have some kind of weekend car. It is both very, very nice. So in my opinion, for my weekend car, I do always a wax, and for my daily driver, I always have a ceramic coating. So that's how I do it. But everyone has their own taste, so there's no good or wrong. And oh yeah, something I wanted to go touch back on, and is with wax. There are many different waxes. Also the same with coatings. Of many coatings, the professional ones you can't really buy as a consumer, and you have to go to a detailer. For wax, you can actually buy most good waxes, and this one we have here is a 50% pure carnauba wax. Can go up to, I think the most expensive wax out there will cost maybe 60,000 euros. This one is around 500 euros, I think, for that. And going back to the very cheap ones, which we had at the beginning, so the 20 euro ones, we can't really compare this, but there is some other product we can actually compare with this. So let's go and see what that actually is. So here are the two ones which actually fall in the cheaper category. So if you want to do it yourself at home, you want to not spend much, you do not want to spend as much money, then those two options are actually quite considerable for you. So actually comes down to the same. Wax, a bit more gloss than this one, but with waxes and the spray waxes is very hard to compare. This, the spray wax, has also some carnauba, but pure carnauba is as hard as a stone. So we have to heat it up in our hand and then put it on the paint, as we did with the Aston Martin. This has very, very little carnauba really in it, because it is sprayable. So therefore there's just a very little amount in there. If you see that on your shop where there's carnauba wax, the amount of carnauba that's in there is so little, because they can put it on, but don't even think about it because there's so little. This basically is compared with a ceramic coating, but then soft coating. So it's not bonding to your paint, it's not getting hard. It's basically some kind of waxing, but is synthetic, not from natural ingredients. This is also the same. If you have a daily driver, go for this, because it will take on your paint much longer than a wax. But again, this is much easier to apply. So again, what's better? I don't know, if you have the patience with this, degrease your paint with pure alcohol and then put this on. This is not really important, you can't just put it on. You can also use this as a quick detailer as well. So if you don't have much time, go for this. For like your weekend car, for your old timer, go for this. If you have a daily driver or you have a weekend car as well and you have some more time and you want to spend some time with your car, go for this. So yeah, which one is better? The same. There's not really anything that's much better. It's both has its downsides and its benefits. So buy them both. That's basically what it comes down to. So go to our web shop down below, the link, and order them and compare them yourself, and then you see what you like and what you prefer. I can explain for hours what I think, but your opinion is more important. So just order them and try it for yourself. So enough talk about coatings and protection and whatnot. Let's go to this car. I really like this car. This is a Porsche 911 Targa G body. Basically, you see that here on these rubbers. That basically means G model car. And the design, as you must like it. I really love it, the Targa design. The downside is when you drive, you have some wind noises because the wind is getting against this. Always a bit an issue when you drive with your top closed, but when it's open, that's a completely different experience. I really like the looks as well, but not everyone likes it, but I prefer it. I really like that. So this real Targa G-body 911, I think somewhere mid-80s. So this is the Carrera and this is the 3.2 engine. I'm going to show you the engine. This is actually also the most reliable engine you can actually buy from these older ones. Yes, this is a 3.2 liter 6-cylinder boxer engine. I think these ones have 231 brake horsepower. And they are just super reliable actually when it comes to classic old Porsches. Compared with some kind of Ferrari, you can better have this because there's not going much wrong with these engines. They are very, very reliable. And when we're going to look closer, we have this Petita, I think it's Petita called. These cloth seats, a really amazing match. There's a little bit of brown into it, matching with paint. I don't think it is original, but very cool looking. I think back in the day with these models, you had a white, a black one, but not with brown, I believe. But I'm not completely sure. But yeah, it fits really well with the brown color and this cloth seats. Really cool. Somebody put other steering wheel in it. Here you can see this is original steering wheel. It is some kind of sporting steering wheel, very cool looking. I maybe prefer the original one, but yeah, everyone has their own choice. A very cool original Blaupunkt radio. We have a 5-speed gearbox here. I don't know if it is the latest one, but if you have the latest G-model body car, you have the G50 gearbox, and that's the most reliable one as well. But these cars are a bit more rare and also a bit more expensive. This gearbox is also totally fine. Actually, don't know what kind of gearbox this is, but a G50 just changes gear a lot smoother than the old 915 gearbox. But again, I don't know what kind of one is inside this one. The most of the G-body cars have the 915 gearbox. Totally fine, but compared with the 950, that is a bit more working and a bit more guessing if you have the good gear or not. But that's part of the experience, I would say. So going back to the car, I really like the color combination, and it's completely restored. Beautiful paint. Also the quality of the paint is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I think this one is sold and it's going to Iceland, I believe. And we are now going to put that coating on and finish this beautiful car and make it ready for the boat to leave Europe. So let's go. Oh yeah, and by the way, for the people that think, is this original? Yes, it is, because these are the pure headlights, and actually original, there are some covers over this, and these covers are actually found here in the back. So they will go over that and they are in color. So if you're wondering, it looks a bit strange, yet it does, but it is how it should be. And these covers come over that later on. So thank you for watching again for this amazing episode, and hope to see you next week. So if you're now interested in some detailing products, go to our website. Link is down below. And if you want to wash and coat your car, this is your chance. Go and order some bits. The website is online, everything is on there. So if you also want your car to be perfectly clean and protected, go and order something. So thank you for watching again, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.